I would like to take a quick second and recognize some of the folks that are here. We've got from the City Council, Mayor Pro Tem Lorene West, Council members Marcia McLean, Bob Keller, and hey, there's Bill Miranda, everybody. Thanks for coming, Bill. Hey, Councilmember Bill Miranda. We're also fortunate to have our former city council member and now current assembly member, Dante Acosta, is here with us as well. We've got some of our parks commissioners as well. I saw Don Cruikshank is here. Thanks, Don, for being here. And then I don't see our other commissioners. They might be working their way. And do want to acknowledge our city manager, Ken Striplin, who obviously through his work and our staff helped make today happen as well. Also, we've got from Congressman Steve Knight's office, Gary Medina and Josie Sandy are here. Thank you guys for joining us. Chris Huff from Senator Scott Wilk's office. And I know we have staff from Dante Acosta's office, but I'm a former staffer, so I know the rules that when the members here, you don't introduce the staff. They get to hold the boss's dog, apparently, back then. That's... Hey, I believe me, I held plenty of dogs in my day too. I get it. It's all right. It's all part of the development of the staff. But exactly right. So anyways, I do want to acknowledge some of our partners. Victor Lindenheim is here from our Parks Commission. Thank you, Victor, for getting here. But also, again, all the wonderful things you see in Santa Clarita, are really a result of partnerships. And that's what's one of the things that sets this community apart from others, that we work together with other government agencies, with our private sector, because we all have a deep love for this community, and we couldn't do it without everybody's involvement. And so first, I want to introduce Don Kimball from 5 Point is here as well. Thank you, Don. And you'll notice the rest of Don's staff from 5 Point, they're all in the black suits, hovering around, so that must be the new uniform there, Don. I appreciate that. We've got Brian Folsom from the Castaic Lake Water Agency as well. Thank you, Brian, for being here, one of our great partners. And as you'll see, we've got a ton of bicyclists here today, and Nina Moskal from the Bicycle Coalition is here. Nina, where are you? That's always a little scary when Nina gets a bigger round of applause than everybody else. But like I said, we couldn't be here today with this. This is really an amazing facility, and I've watched it over the last several months being developed. I actually utilize this trail quite a bit. My son has soccer practice at Bridgeport, so I'm able to cut across and work my way up to Duane Hardy Park and loop back. But I can tell you, even seeing it under construction, I didn't realize this is what was going to be the final product, and how amazing it is. And like I said, we wouldn't be here without our partners, particularly a 5 Point in CLWA. This trailhead will connect visitors now to our 11-mile-long Santa Clara River Trail, which is our main backbone trail from I-5 to Sand Canyon. You'll see all of the amenities that we have here includes 4 picnic tables, 2 benches, a water feature. But I think the most valuable water feature is going to be used as the one for the dogs that we have already, which again is something that you don't see in other communities, and it's just that extra detail that our staff and our partners think about when we're developing these trailheads and our trail system. Is what else do we need? What are the amenities that are required for the people that use this? And when you look at our actual water feature, the rocks were relocated from the Santa Clara River, and actually the tree here at the corner is actually an oak tree transplanted from the River Village development to this location 10 years ago. And so you can see it's still going to be a great focal point for this trailhead. Also, with just kind of again some meat. Not only do we have the water feature for our animals, but you also have a water bottle feature as well with the traditional drinking fountain. We also have, which I know our bicyclists are checking out, is a bike rack and bike repair station. I don't think I've seen those in too many other communities around the state, and that is something again that we have really put a lot of thought into when developing this trailhead, and I know that Nina will provide some more details and information about it. Very soon, Castaic Lake Water Agency will be adding to the trailhead 7 additional parking spaces, 1 accessible parking space, and 2 electric vehicle charging stations, which are scheduled to be open this coming spring of 2018. Again, this is such a great addition to our system. We know that our trails are one of the great great amenities in our community that we take pride in, that people point to as what makes Santa Clarita different, and to have this trailhead here today is just a great addition to that, and something that we can all be very, very proud of. And so at this time, I'd like to invite up some of our partners that, again, we couldn't have made this accomplishment without them. First, I'd like to bring up Don Kimball, the president of 5 Points. 5 Points.
I didn't realize Cameron was going to go through every amenity that's sitting here, so my speech will be very, very short.
That wasn't unintentional.
Yeah. One thing with Cameron, meeting's going to start on time. We're going to get in, we're going to get out. Anyway, it's a pleasure being here today. As Cameron said, I'm Don Kimball. I have the honor of being the community president here locally for 5 Point. We call it 5 Point Newhall Ranch going forward. And I do want to recognize the tremendous partnership that we've had with the City of Santa Clarita, and in this example with Castaic Lake Water Agency, and even with the Bike Coalition here today, to make this amenity a reality and really create an amazing connection for us and for the community to use going forward. As Cameron said, it's going to connect now, another access point to connect to an 11-mile Santa Clara River trail system, and that's spectacular. I think it's fitting for us here within 5 Point. Many of us go back when we were the Newhall Land and Farming Company. We're celebrating our 50th anniversary this year of the first residents moving into Valencia. And for us, bringing this amenity forward this year just seems fitting to be part of our original vision. And in fact, when we look back at the original vision for Valencia, the original master plan really was based on walkability and connectivity, and that's exactly what today is all about, and the ability to bring forth another tremendous amenity here for the community for everyone to enjoy going forward. And I also want to just recognize, Cameron, I want to recognize the partnership we've had with the City of Santa Clarita. We're celebrating 50 years this year in terms of first move-ins into Valencia. This great city is celebrating, you all know, 30-year anniversary. And I just want to recognize the great partnership we've had with the City of Santa Clarita. I really appreciate your remarks up front. The public-private partnerships that have taken place over the years, this is just another great example. So thank you, Cameron. Thank you to all the city council members. Thank you to all the other leaders within this community that have made this happen. Thank you, Castaic Lake Water Agency, and thank you to the Bike Coalition for making today happen. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thanks, Don. All right, next up, we've got Brian Folsom from the Castaic Lake Water Agency to come on up and say a few extra words as well. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm here this morning representing the Castaic Lake Water Agency Board of Directors as well as our staff. I just really want to say thank you to the city, their staff, 5 Point, for all the cooperation. We've really worked together. It seems like a long time to make this happen, and now it's nice to see it come to be a reality. As you see today, the trailhead's partially done. There's a little bit behind that green fence that's still to be done. I'll take blame for that. That's some work that Castaic Lake Water Agency is doing on our facilities. Directly underneath where you're sitting and standing are two of our main transmission pipelines. One is 7-foot diameter, one is 8.5-foot diameter. Literally large enough you can walk in them. I have been inside both of those pipelines. But the work that you see behind you is a replacement of an old, worn-out 6-foot diameter valve and upgrade to that facility. We're pleased to say it's on track, it's on schedule. We hope to have that done here next spring, about April timeframe. And at that time, as the mayor mentioned, we'll finish off the rest of the parking plus spots and the pavement and the connection to the bike path and have all the landscaping put in, have it all finished off. But really want to say again, thank you to the staff of the city and of 5 Point. It's been a pleasure working with them. We look forward to working with them in the future. And on behalf of Castaic Lake, we're just grateful that we could be part of this trailhead and make it come to fruition. So thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I guess we're going to have a few minutes here for the applause break again. But Nina Moskal, Nina, come on up from the. I know, right?
I'm really touched and surprised. Thank you very much to the City of Santa Clarita. I want to just say good morning and thank you to the electeds for coming, our members of our Parks Commission, the General assembled, and lots of friends, obviously. It's good to have friends in this town. So I'm Nina Moskal. I'm the chairperson of the Santa Clarita Valley Bicycle Coalition, which is part of the Los Angeles County Bicycle Coalition. We have a couple of our members. Our executive director is here today, along with our organizational director. And we're here because the bike repair station that we sponsored and have being installed in this park, we did that with the help of one of our members who did a large fundraising ride last year, and so we were able to collect enough funds to be able to put that in. What is a bike repair station? So a bike repair station, real briefly, is a place where you can make very quick repairs and adjustments to your bicycle. And then also there's an air pump with a valve that's congruent for both mountain bike tires with road bike tires, allows for both. And it also allows for people, the general public, to come in and do these repairs so their bike is safe. And one of the things that we like to say is that we're here to keep Santa Clarita a fun, safe, bikeable place to live in. So that was our gift to the city. And why did we put this in? Well, we put this in honor of a local teacher and cyclist, Rod Bennett, who was killed on his bike on Placerita Canyon Road on May 25th, 2016. Our group got together and said we'd like to do something in his memory, and so that's what this bike repair station is for. He did work at a bike shop when he was a younger man before he became a teacher and came to work in our community. And when we went to the community to ask if there was something that we could do in his honor, they said, well, we have this park opening, and all of the furniture and the water drinking fountain and those things have already been supplied. What could you do? Well, we'd really like to put in a bike repair station. We'd like to actually see these at all of our trailheads, all of our major points of entry for bikes in the city. So I put a challenge out there to our local business leaders, to our organizations, to our private citizens. If you'd like to give a gift to the city that's a good lasting gift that really applies to all of our citizens, please consider one of these and we can tell you how. So without much further ado, I just want to say thank you very much for letting us participate in this new park and in this project and in this great accessible area for the trailhead. This allows all of the residents of Saugus to be able to access this point in a really nice way. So thank you very much for letting us participate with you.
See, Nina knows how to dress for a ribbon cutting for a bike trail. That's great. All right, I'd like to invite. I know some of our representatives and our other elected offices want to come up and say a few words. So, Assembly member, if you were, and I know Chris and representatives from the Congressman's office too. If you guys want to come on up. Council, if you want to come up too as well, because I know they've got some certificates.
Sure, we'll do it. We'll make it really fast. I guess I got the memo from 5 Points on the black suit today, didn't I? It's finally cool enough to wear one. But what a wonderful turnout here for this ribbon cutting and grand opening. And we even I even brought my new dog. Our new dog. It's not my dog. It's our 16-year-old son's early Christmas present. So Ray's over here, hopefully checking out the new doggy fountain. So when I heard there was a doggy fountain, I thought, well, it's a perfect place to bring the newest member of the Acosta family. I think it's going to be Ray, so I'm going to stick with that, and hopefully I'm not in too much trouble with my son. But this is a wonderful occasion to be able to open up something like this. You know, as I travel throughout the district, I really notice a couple of themes here, and that is how community-friendly, you know, the 38th district is, and more specifically the Santa Clarita Valley. I mean, look at this, you know, gathering together of all kinds of, you know, guys in, you know, men in black suits and women in black suits, I see over there, and you know, elected officials and cyclists and obviously dog lovers, law enforcement, all coming together over something that unites the community. And that's really what it's all about, is getting together, uniting each other, and sharing in those common experiences. So, you know, in a time when we're all sometimes a little divided over whether it's partisan issues or other things, sports teams, you know, Dodgers maybe next year, right? We can always try that. But look at how this brought us all together. So the dog lovers and the cyclists and the elected officials and business owners. And so I thank you very much for having me and letting me present you. And I'd like to bring up 5 Points as well, and Castaic Lake Water Agency. If you guys would all come up, we're going to do a quick photo opportunity here, right? Come on over. So here you go, Mayor. I'll let you hold one. Official. Never seen one of these before, have you? You have no idea. They don't say one thing.
Thank you. All right. Chris and Josie, if you guys want to come on up.
Good morning, everybody. Chris Huff. I represent State Senator Scott Wilk, who couldn't be here today, but I'm really proud to represent him here at this trailhead. I particularly love this trailhead because I can just go to Starbucks, walk up the street with my bike, fix it, have a little lunch in the picnic table, and then take off. And I think it's an awesome addition to this city. So thank you, City of Santa Clarita. Thank you, 5 Points, Castaic Lake, or the water agency. Which one was it? Castaic Lake? Castaic Lake Water Agency. This is a great addition to this community. So thank you.
Well, and those of us that know the senator know that he's actually running the trails right now, so that's probably why he couldn't be here, right? He's probably out running the trails. Yeah. All right, Josie, from Congressman Knight's office.
So we just want to take a moment to thank you all for your hard work and for your dedication, and for showing so much attention to detail and care when you provide amenities like this for the community. So on behalf of Congressman Steve Knight, thank you. Congratulations.
This way so we can get out of the way. Go over here. I have to move the mic. Only took me like 3 times to figure that out. All right. Well, again, we want to thank everybody for being here. We want to thank our partners, and now let's actually get this ribbon cut. I think first, Carrie will probably correct me if I'm wrong, but I think first round will be with council, our partners, and the elected representatives first. All right. So city as well. So Victor and commissioners, Don, come on.